Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Well, just 2 episodes of Raw to go until Wrestlemania, which of course will be the final episode of the series. So 3 episodes to go, including this one. So we are getting down to the big moments. This is the time where we need to produce our best. Last week, another win in the ratings. 2 weeks in a row, right at the right time. We're getting it right when we need to. We had a couple of good matches, including that hardcore triple threat match and Benoit and Guerrero as well. So we had some good matches. We're able to secure a 3-star rated show. You know, let's be honest, we did a little bit better than that. Our show was not 3 stars, probably more 3.5 star. But SmackDown, they had a pretty lousy show. I mean, like we said, Mercury and Carly, give me a break. So we had a better show than SmackDown. We grew in our viewership. We gained a few more. Let's take a quick look where we're at. So, we're not that far behind. We are not that far behind. SmackDown, 130,000 viewers ahead of us. If we can get 130,000 viewers this week, we will be dead even. And we will be fine. We'll be right. And we'll really battle it out for WrestleMania, really. I mean, we're now in the position where if we win WrestleMania, we should win GM of the Year. We should beat SmackDown. As long as we don't have an absolute disaster of a week this week, we should be okay. So we're in a very good spot, a very promising position to be in. One of the issues we have is our money. We just got none. But I guess most of our contracts are signed and dealt. I mean, obviously Torrie Wilson's is the only one that we have to kind of worry about. But the rest are all pretty much good. I mean, Finley's will expire, but he's not big of a deal. So I was going to kind of advertise the hell out of this week. I know a lot of you guys are saying, Brendan, you've got to do a slander. That might be the best way to steal some fans. So I'm going to go with that. Considering we have a little bit of room, a little bit of leeway, considering we don't have to do 2 advertising promos this week, we'll go with a slander. We'll try and put on a really good show. We'll try and do our absolute best. And we'll go with the slander, hoping that we can get a few extra. It certainly won't be easy, but let's hope that we can produce something good. Looking at the roster right now, things are going pretty well. Like we said in the previous weeks, our number of guys in the 90s, popularity is pretty good. Guerrero's on fire at the moment, he's doing well, but he got beat by Benoit last week, which kind of helped Benoit out significantly there. Our roster's all good. You know, look at these guys are upset or whatever. Matt Hardy wants a title shot. I mean, he might nearly walk out if we don't give him one. But what I have been doing, I will admit that sometimes I come here and I go, you know what, fuck it. You want your title matches, forget about it. So I will admit I have done that a few times, and we will do that again because, you know, sometimes you give Matt. If I gave Matt Hardy an Intercontinental Championship match this week, he probably still wouldn't be happy. He'd still probably whinge and complain. So, and then he would walk out on the company. So we're not going to take that risk. So, especially right now, it's, you know, this is a big deal. So, alright, main event time. We're going to try, what can we do? We don't have a lot of money to kind of use. Should we go with the title match? We've done a WWE Championship a number of times the last few weeks. Should we go with it? It's tempting. It's tempting. I mean, obviously, we could put a number of championships on the line to really secure a big one. So we might do that. We might do that, and we might go with, we might do a rematch of last week, I guess. Eddie versus Chris Benoit. And we'll hit Kurt Angle and Van Dam in there as well. Actually, we don't really need to do that, do we? We could just do those 2 guys one-on-one and save Van Dam and Angle for something else. We could go with the First Blood match just to bump that up a little bit further without having to spend too much money. So First Blood, Guerrero and Benoit, that could be our featured match of today's show. And that will, you know, we obviously keep defending that championship. And I don't know what we're going to do at WrestleMania. Obviously, Van Dam won the Rumble, so we're going to have him get a title shot. Maybe it'll have to end up being Van Dam versus Guerrero one-on-one. And, you know, use the other guys as managers, which I think would be fine. Tag team match, I guess we could pit Angle and Van Dam against each other. And who else? We could maybe do Lashley and Benjamin on the other side of each other as well, so we'll go with that. Singles match, I guess, we might nearly attempt to do another tag team match. Yeah, we tag team match Randy and Edge team up to take on Shawn, and we might put Finlay in there as our spare guy. Finlay or Chavo. Chavo would get the better, but we could probably use Finlay there, considering all the other guys that are so good. Finlay can kind of be hidden away a little bit there and get bumped up a bit further. We might leave ourselves a little short here this week, though, because of that. Of course, we have to do our standard Divas match. Tori and Lita can go, Trish and Lita can go one-on-one. Tori can be in the manager spot. Leaves us with these 5 guys remaining. Obviously, Foley and Flair still in a feud, so we might just do a triple threat here. Mick Foley, Chavo, and Ric Flair, and we should be fine. We just have one more match to go, and that is obviously Matt Hardy and Kane. And I guess we can try and bump that one up a little bit, maybe make that a bar brawl. Do something there and have Matt Hardy and Kane go one-on-one. And that should get us through. Obviously, are we really going all out? I mean, our main event might get 4, possibly 4.5. We really get lucky. Tag team match, that could get 3.5 stars there. Maybe 3.5 stars for that. 3.5 maybe for that. Probably 3 stars there and 3 stars there. So that's not looking too bad. Is that enough to really give us a big jump? Maybe. We might have to rely on our main event big time. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to do. We don't want to go overboard again because look, some of these guys have got a bit of fatigue there. We want to save that for Mania. And this week is not as crucial as the last few weeks. We can get away with a few lousy, like a lousy week, as long as we don't lose, 50 or 150,000 viewers. We just, lose maybe 50, 75 would be okay. But if not, just gain a little bit. So we're hoping for that. I don't think we'll lose too much. I'm confident. We'll see. But we'll go ahead with Eddie and Benoit, and we might play this one, and we'll play as the champ, Eddie Guerrero. Alrighty, here we go. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. Always enjoy seeing these two wrestle each other, and we're going to see it again here in General Manager mode tonight on Raw. The championship on the line. It will be a first blood match, and thinking of first blood matches, thinking of blood in Eddie Guerrero brings back a pretty rough memory of Guerrero. Was that Judgment Day? He had that match, and it was just bleeding everywhere. That was a disaster, that match. Hopefully we don't have the same circumstance here, but this time, as soon as blood is drawn, this match will be over. So we'll have Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit one-on-one for the championship. We saw it last week. Benoit beat Eddie Guerrero. We'll see if he can do it with the championship on the line. So here comes his opponent, Chris Benoit. Well, Eddie Guerrero and Benoit have had some problems for quite some time now, and well, Benoit, I think he's a little lucky because obviously Eddie Guerrero winning the championship from Kurt Angle gives Benoit a chance to be involved in the championship match, perhaps at WrestleMania. He gets a chance to Benoit to maybe have an opportunity to win the title here tonight as well. A little lucky, kind of a chance to profit off Eddie Guerrero's success, I suppose you could say. So match is gonna get underway. Here we go. Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit one-on-one here on Raw. And the ratings, well, we need the win. Hopefully this will help us with our first blood match, a big main event. Hopefully we'll get across the line here as Benoit with a headlock to start things off. And obviously last week, like we said earlier on, nice little victory. And it'd be great to get 3 in a row. We haven't had that for a while, so 3 in a row would be big. And right when we need it as well. Like I said, last episode, we just need to keep the rivalries. That's all you need to do. You just got to get the rivalries in. And now that we have them, well, really, there should be nothing stopping us from going all the way and picking up a win this week and next week, and then maybe even WrestleMania as well, and win the whole damn thing. That's what we want to do. And especially considering there was a time when we were on fire throughout the series, and we thought, oh man, we're going to be so far ahead at the end. It's, not even going to be a race. For a while, we were so far ahead, and we thought this is going to be easy. And then all of a sudden, SmackDown with a big comeback. So we got a bit of a reality check, and now things are pretty tough as Guerrero's got a hold of Benoit. Here comes Eddie Guerrero with a DDT. Ooh, pressure there on Chris Benoit. Didn't expect him to hit the DDT there as Benoit's in some trouble. Eddie Guerrero's still working away on Benoit. And now even showing off a little bit as well. So not bad there from Eddie Guerrero, showing us what he can do, now putting some more pressure on the arm of Benoit. Guerrero needs to draw blood first to win this one and retain the championship, so probably expect to see a few weapons come out soon. I think that might be the best way to draw blood. Strike your opponent right in the head with a steel chair or something like that. That normally works. Or maybe into the ring post or the steel steps or whatever you can find. Or maybe just a good right hand. You know, or a good DDT, something like that. He's got to find any type of way to draw some blood and win this one here tonight. Guerrero with an attempted slide, couldn't connect as he this time hits the arm drag, and down goes Benoit. He's going up top now, does Eddie Guerrero, and look out, comes the elbow and connects right in the chest of Chris Benoit. Eddie Guerrero now, look out, he comes to submission, and Guerrero trying to make Benoit tap. It ain't going to work, but it will put some pressure on the legs of Chris Benoit and perhaps give Eddie Guerrero a chance to maybe capitalize and go for that chair shot, go to try and cut him open. So now a bit of an STF there by Benoit, putting some more pressure on the body of Benoit, I should say, is Guerrero. And now, this time Benoit with a counter on Guerrero. No one's got outside the ring yet looking for a weapon. I think both men looking just to wear each other down just a little bit so they give themselves a bit of a chance. They're not trying to go for the big shot just yet. They've got to wait it out and give themselves an opportunity. Now Guerrero has Benoit up on the ropes. Trouble here for Chris. Superplex there by Eddie Guerrero as Chris Benoit is down. And Guerrero in control and a chance perhaps if he wants to go out here, collect himself a toy. He decided that not against it now that Benoit's back to his feet. Eddie Guerrero still working away on him. Coming after Benoit again, but got him down one more time. And Guerrero still striking away on Chris Benoit. Drives him into the corner and down goes Chris Benoit. So Guerrero now has the steel steps. And those steel steps are no joke. They weigh a lot. You know, 200 pounds or whatever they say. You know, 500 pounds. Who knows? But they can be deadly right to the face. Could cause Benoit to cut open. Didn't that time, but it's done some big damage to Benoit. He's down. And again, trouble. Didn't quite get all of it. But anyways, big trouble here for Benoit. As Guerrero trying to strike down Chris Benoit. Could look for that 5-star frog splash. And that could work big time to keep Benoit down for long enough to perhaps try and cut him open. And put some more pressure on Chris. As now Guerrero tried to launch himself at Benoit. Missed out on that opportunity. And gets Benoit down. And now Guerrero has to steal steps and strikes Benoit again. And now Benoit is down. And Eddie Guerrero thought about jumping off the top, landing on Chris Benoit, but he's missed out. And went for it off the top there, and Benoit was able to avoid it as well. So a bit of luck there for Chris Benoit, just getting up at the right time, avoiding the attack from Eddie Guerrero. And Guerrero now, he's going back up top, thinking about it again. He's going to go for the elbow this time. As Benoit able to counter and avoid it. Gets out of the way again, so Benoit just barely surviving those big moves at the right time. Bit of luck there for Chris Benoit again. And now both men are locking up. Benoit's got a hold of Guerrero. And Benoit now with a suplex there to Eddie Guerrero. And Guerrero now all of a sudden is on the back foot and in a bit of trouble as Chris Benoit could look to put Guerrero away here. Just needs to draw blood, just needs to strike Guerrero with a big right hand or use those steel steps that are in the ring to try and cut and bust Eddie Guerrero open. Eddie Guerrero's tried with the steel steps, didn't quite work out that way, and went for his big move, that 5-star frog splash. Instead went for the elbow instead, had a chance to go for the frog splash. But Benoit not quite in the position he would have been looking for. He's now attempted DDT and connecting. Tornado DDT there by Chris Benoit, spinning Eddie Guerrero around, striking that DDT. Big pressure there on Eddie Guerrero, who's now taking Benoit off his feet. Chance, I guess, to regain his composure. And now he's got the steps. So look out, Benoit in some trouble. Gets struck with the steps. Did not cut him open though. And now Guerrero looking to put more pressure on the legs of Benoit, perhaps trying to keep him grounded. Benoit in a lot of pain. Not going to get him the win, of course, as Guerrero looking to strike him again with those steps. Trouble here for Benoit. Guerrero striking away with these steel steps. Guerrero can't find a way to cut him open though. That's what he's got to do. He's got to get Benoit to bleed here. Hasn't probably done enough damage to the forehead to really warrant that just yet. Counter there by Benoit. Back and forth between the two right now as Guerrero trying to find something. Benoit in the corner. As now he flips over Chris Benoit. Eddie Guerrero's up top now. And look out, he's going to go for the elbow again. Here comes an elbow by Guerrero. This time he connects. But he's out of steam. Out of gas now as Eddie Guerrero's got a chance to recuperate whilst Benoit is also trying to recover himself. Now he's got those steel steps, thinking about trying to strike Benoit again. This time he does and connects once again to the face of Benoit. And again, Guerrero striking away. And once again, striking Chris Benoit. The referee is down though, so he won't be able to see if Benoit's been cut open or not. Unless he's got eyes, well, unless he can open his eyes, that's the start. He's moving around, so far he's looking like he could get to his feet again, which would be nice to see. Eddie Guerrero trying to find a way to put Benoit away. What can he do to beat Chris Benoit for this championship? There's a DDT, that's trouble. Eddie Guerrero won't want to take too many of those because that could cut him open there. Sometimes that ring just feels like it's concrete, and if you get hit by it, it finds a way to cut you open, apparently, with DDTs. And that could put some pressure there on Guerrero. These steel steps now, that could do the job. One more good shot of those steps, and that surely could be the end of Chris Benoit here. Benoit, oh, he countered right at the right time. Guerrero now lining it up. Oh, he strikes Benoit, but couldn't cut him open. Now Guerrero has a hold of Benoit again. Guerrero needs to find something. What can he do? He's going to go for the low blow. Well, you don't want to be cut open down there. That's not good at all. There's now Guerrero going to stretch Chris Benoit, putting more pressure on Benoit here. But again, it's not really working towards getting him the win. He's looking good, but he needs to do a little bit more. And now lining him up for another big shot and connecting. And no blood yet. Guerrero wondering what the hell's he got to do. Maybe he's got to look for something else. Needs to get his stamina back first though. He's in a bit of trouble here. Now looking for a steel chair. That could be the job. That could be exactly what he needs. Benoit now has the chair. Guerrero wrestling it back off of him. Strikes there. Got that chair now right in his hands. He could try to put Chris Benoit away here. Regaining some energy here. Gets it back off Benoit. Strikes away again. So that chair is no good anymore. Guerrero is going to go for one more. Guerrero striking Benoit right in the guts again. Just really continuing to work away here, trying to beat the hell out of Benoit. To try and retain his championship. Now comes the DDT, and there it is. Well, finally, Eddie Guerrero cuts Chris Benoit open. That's what he was looking for, that DDT with a chair. He struck him a few times, then got him in position, and makes Benoit bleed, and retains the championship here on Raw. Alright, so let's check out the rest of the results. Angle and Lashley knock off Van Dam and Benjamin. Michaels and Finlay defeat Rated RKO. Matt Hardy defeats Kane in a bar brawl. Chavo wins the triple threat. And Trish defeats Lita. Alright, here we go. The ratings. We slandered. We talked some shit. Is it enough? Have we done it? Did we get the win? Yes! Raw! 130,000! I think that's what we needed, right? 130,000 to even it up? Well, the Slander has worked. We had a 4-star rated show. Damn! Well, there you go. So the Slander has worked. Let's take a look. 3.5-star rate. Okay, whatever. So there we had a big main event. That worked out well. And like we said, the rest of the matches, most of them working out really, really well. And in the end, we had a fantastic show. SmackDown, well, they had a pretty good show themselves, but they didn't get the rating that we're hopefully looking for. Maybe because of that Slander, we probably saved the day there. So it turned out to be a really, really good week for us. And let's take a look at the fan support. Wow, there you go. 5 million each. So whoever wins next week will have the advantage heading into WrestleMania. Next episode is as big as it gets. How close could it possibly be right at the end? It could not get any closer. Wow, incredible. Alright, so we have one contract coming up with Finley's. We should be able to cover that. And yeah, we should be right. So we'll cover that. I hope, I think we should be right in terms of having everyone available for WrestleMania with all these ones, because we got a lot of contracts coming up. That could be disastrous if that's not the case. We could be royally screwed, but hopefully we're okay. We'll just sign Benoit again, whatever, give him some more weeks. But yeah, a lot of contracts coming up. Hopefully we won't have to deal with that. One more episode of Raw to go, then it's WrestleMania, and we are ready. I think we should be fine. I think technically this is 1 week. WrestleMania and Raw is the 1 week, so we should be okay. So one more episode to go, and then that's it. Then it's WrestleMania, and that'll be the end of the series. So it's a big episode next time. Do not miss it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on this episode if you did enjoy it. Make sure you leave a like, and maybe let's try and shoot for, well, since there's 2 more episodes to go, let's go for 2 likes. A big goal today, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you do not miss the last few episodes, and I'll see you on the next one.